Hello, everyone. I'm Vin Ebenu from the newsroom here with George Andretta, owner of Carmen's Pizzeria and Pete and Elda's here in Neptune City, home of a Jersey Shore landmark for over 50 years and also home of the whole Pie Eaters Club, and we'll get to that in a second. George, tell me a little bit about the history of this place that's a lot of Jersey Shore folk, both residents and tourists, more commonly know as Pete and Elda's, but there's the pizzeria attached to it as well. So tell me a little bit about that.
Years ago, about 1961, Pete and Elda owned the bar and the building. They ran the bar. And then Carmen, my father, took over the kitchen and dining room. And it was a long run, and I took over from him when I was 19 and then took the bar over at age 28. So at that time, it was 31 years, thinking, why change the name now? It's been both names so long. And here we are today.
What led to some of the big things, like the whole Pie Eaters Club? How did that come about? That's become a staple part of the restaurant, and maybe the number one reason some people come here is to compete for the challenge and get the free T-shirt afterwards.
Years and years ago, I was down in Cape May, and they had a thing for you drank a yard of beer, you got a T-shirt. So that gave me the idea. I was like, hey, I wonder how that would work with a pizza. It started off slow, but now it's been moving along really good.
It seems, in theory, that it would work well because it's a thin crust pizza that you make, that it would go down somewhat well. So what is the backstory of the thin crust pizza? Why thin crust over thick crust?
That was what my father had started back in '61 when he was here, and we just stuck with it forever. But back in those days, there really wasn't much for thin crust pizza. Nowadays, it seems more like people want to try and copy it, and they think thin crust pizza is a secret to doing a good business.
Is there like a secret family recipe to how the pizzas are made, or how the other food is made at Carmen's Pizzeria, Pete and Elda's here, or is it just something that was handed down?
It was just handed down to everything. Well, most of the stuff that was handed down from my father, and then as years went on, we added a lot of stuff, calamari, mussels, and dinners. We added a whole lot of stuff.
I want to go back to the whole Pie Eaters Club for a second there. What goes into designing the T-shirts? Is that something you do, or is it something the staff does? I know a couple instances I thought I heard that restaurant goers or social media followers could submit their designs as well. So how does that work?
Yeah, we did a couple competitions where the winner would win a gift card, first, second, third. We did that for a few times and used those shirts. And but most of the time, it's some kind of idea we'll come up with the holidays, whether it's Christmas, New Year's, summer, and then Todd, who does the T-shirts, he'll come up with a design. Sometimes he comes up one on his own. Sometimes we give him a hand with it.
Is there a theme with certain T-shirts or certain figures or people that have to be on the shirt or certain names?
No, nothing. Like sometimes we'll pick out somebody, a regular customer, or somebody that we'd like to put on there, an employee. But other than that, just whatever time of the year is, we try to get it to go along with that.
Is there such a thing as a record book for anybody who's on a list of who's eaten the whole most Pie Eaters?
I think that the most I've heard of was the one guy, I believe it was 3, right? The 3 and almost 4 of them he ate. I've seen a few people eat 3, but that's a lot of pizza.
And a lot of T-shirts.
And a lot. Yep. We give him a sweatshirt instead then.
Okay. Are you giving out sweatshirts anymore, or is it just the T-shirts now?
It depends. If they eat a lot of it, then we'll throw a sweatshirt in. Rather than give you 3 T-shirts, give you a sweatshirt and a T-shirt. Make it nicer.
I know we've talked about your staple, the whole Pie Eaters Club, but have you seen not just the pizza but the restaurant develop since your father was running it, and now that you and your son are here helping run it? The development of this becoming a spot on Route 35 to becoming a popular destination.
Well, we've actually done 3 editions since early time when we took over back in '84. 3 kitchen additions to accommodate everything, to move everything along faster. But we're way, 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 way busier than we ever were way back then in 1984.
And I could tell even on those hot summer nights in the summer, you got people going out the door into the parking lot, standing there, sitting there. So you draw some pretty big crowds, especially at certain points of the year.
Yeah, you get a lot of people. In the summer, we'll go up like 25%. We'll get a lot of summer people in. but we just make sure we take care of our regular people, and then try to stay busy all year round.
What is some of the feedback you've gotten from some regular restaurant goers, some people that have done the double extra large pie challenge over the years, about how much they think of this and how much they think of this coming to this place all the time?
A lot of them you talk to love it. They love coming in. They'll call, are you on the new edition yet? They'll look for the website to see if the new edition's out. If the new edition's out, then you'll see them. A lot of times you'll see them all the time anyway eating, but then they'll want to do that double X for another T-shirt.
Have you been able to speak to a lot of people over the years, not just from the Jersey Shore area, but from outside Ocean, Monmouth County, or even outside of New Jersey that have come all the way to Pete and Elda's to, whether just to dine here or to try to win a T-shirt?
Yep. Pennsylvania, New York, Florida. We've had people that come up and they'll say, we just got here, our clothes, everything's in the car, we haven't gotten home yet. They'll come in, they'll eat pizza, and it's really crazy how it's really blown up so big.
What makes this such a special and unique place at the Jersey Shore?
I think with the thin crust pizza, staying on top of the food, making sure it's consistent, having a friendly staff, and just upkeep. And we work on it every day, trying to make sure it stays where it is.
How do you keep something, a landmark such as this, going for years and years to come?
I hope it keeps going along as it is. Make small improvements here. You can't make no big improvements. Just small things here and there as times change. Different types of food. Maybe you'll add in something else. As we added steaks and we added different things as we were growing.
I want to go back timeline here from since the beginning to now, in how you've not only have you seen things change, but some of the people that have changed over the course of the years that maybe could tell a story about how the Jersey Shore has grown, how you've seen the Jersey Shore grow, and how you've seen the people in here grow over the course of the years.
Yeah, the shore has grown a lot. I would say, it isn't as busy as it was years ago. I think a lot of people are going much further south now than they were here. Because you had Belmar, used to have a lot, but a lot of that's kind of quieted down. But it's still good in the summer. It's nice, it's crowded, sometimes too crowded.
Are there any plans to expand, or?
No, right where we are now is where we're going to stay. Now, we did that. The last kitchen addition's been a little over a year now, which tremendously helped out. And so we'll be staying right in the same footprint we are now.
What are some things about Pete and Elda's or Carmen's Pizzeria here that you think many regular restaurant goers or people who come here every once in a while they don't know or don't realize about this pizzeria?
I think people that care, like we have two hostesses that have been with us for a long time, bartenders that have been with us for a long time, a lot of the servers that have been with us for a long time. And so when you come in, you see that regular face all the time. I think really helps.
What would your message be to maybe people who haven't tried out Pete and Elda's or Carmen's yet, that have heard so much about this whole Pie Eaters Club, or just about the experience that every time they come here that they're going to get greeted?
I'd say come on down and give it a try, and let us know how it is.
It's George. I'm Vin Ebenu from the newsroom. George, thanks for the time today, and continued success.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.